Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at guy takes back his tip. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. This is going to be one long story. We had a guy come in last night with his date. Throughout the evening, he was the picture of courtesy and good manners. He complimented me, thanked me every time I came to refresh waters or check on the table, made a point to be forgiving of a kitchen mistake. Super extra nice. The dream customer, really. I appreciated it, but didn't delude myself that I was the source and figured he was just in a good mood because the date was going well. They were chatting, laughing, having a great time, so I assumed I was an indirect beneficiary. He was certainly in some kind of celebratory mood because he was sparing no expense. He asked for our highest quality wine. She got our most expensive entree. He ordered one of every appetizer for her to sample when she made a remark that she was having trouble deciding. It was a real feast. Wow! She can just order every single dish on the menu. Okay, so the evening starts wrapping up and I get the check. I ask if they'll be together or separate. She starts to say separate, but he makes a big deal of saying, "Oh, are you kidding? Together, definitely together. You never have to pay when you're with me, babe," and so on and so forth. Then slides me a credit card. Sorry, that's so cheesy. I get everything sorted and bring out the receipt. He fills it out and it came out to $289 total. He doesn't even blink and makes a big show of leaving a $100 tip. He thanks me for my service and emphasizes what a lovely night they've had. Of course, a tip that size is exceptional, so I thanked him profusely. He said there was no need to thank him and goes on about how underappreciated waitstaff are and to just think of it as a stand-in for all the ingrates who didn't treat me right, going, "Don't plan to tip, don't plan to eat out, you know," looking at the mesmerized girl the whole time and not giving me a glance. I could care less where he was looking. I was looking at the upcoming $100. I thanked him again and said I hope to see them back soon, and that was that. So he helps her into her coat and off they go. Great night. I was riding high. About 90 seconds later, he's back in the door without her, going, "I think I left my..." Then when the door shut and looking to make sure she was out of my earshot, he goes, without the slightest shade of shame or embarrassment, "Mark the tip down to $20, hun. I was just paying it up for my date, you understand," and turns to go. Wow. That's such a jerk move. You can't just make someone's night and then take it back. You can't do that. I understood, but not how he hoped I would. But I couldn't make a scene in the middle of work. That's not my place. So I just said one more time in order to give his conscience a chance to sink in. "Okay, sir, you'd like to amend your tip from $100 to $20, is that correct?" And even though I didn't show a hint of displeasure in my voice, he shot back extremely hostile. "Yes, and if I see a cent over the 20 on there, I'm going to dispute the whole meal with my credit vendor. So don't try to pull anything." He's such a jerk. He would actually say that. Wow. These are definitely the kind of people who change when they get their way with someone. Just so fake, not even genuine. Really though? You'd really do that though? You'd really try to impress your date with like all these fancy things? Wouldn't you rather your date like you not because of the money that you're spending, but because of you? Why would you go out of your way to just try to impress someone, right? And they might just like you for your money. Like, isn't that bad? I don't know how guys think, but okay. The most frustrating part of this for me was not even going from an over 30% tip to under 10%, but rather that this poor girl was being strung along with no idea of who the guy was behind her back. It was extremely manipulative of him, which is a major red flag. I've had my fair share of toxic relationships in the past and really wish someone had pulled the blinders off my eyes. So desperately wanted to do something to alert this girl to the trick the guy had pulled, hoping it would be a catalyst to her questioning his other actions. But again, I was at work and that just wasn't my place. So I altered the bill and that was that. Then, just in time, something occurred to me and I darted outside hoping to catch them in the parking lot. I got lucky. They parked on the street instead and he was still dealing with the parking meter. So I flagged him down and rushed across the street, nearly stumbling into the traffic in my haste for a delicious moment. His date was already in the car, but rolled down her window, since no one expects the waitress to follow you out to your car waving her arms like a crazy person. I made it across and said more than loudly enough for her to hear, "Sir, we amended your tip from $100 down to $20 as you requested, but you'll actually need to fill out a different receipt reflecting your new total for our records. Your old receipt still has your original tip of $100 written on it. But since you came in and asked us to charge you $20 instead, we can't have a discrepancy in our records. I hope you understand. This is just a bookkeeping regulation that goes way above me. It has nothing to do with you retroactively downgrading your tip from $20 to $100. We're just glad you enjoyed your evening." His jaw was on the floor. He tried to pretend as though he didn't know what I was talking about, trying to give some line about, "I think you're after someone else. I'd only come back because I forgot my keys." But I would not let it rest. The more he played dumb, the more I repeated versions of, "You wanted to change your tip from $100 down to $20. You came back in," and on and on. So we went back and forth for a few more seconds when he finally went, "Okay, whatever. Sorry for the miscommunication. If you need me to fill out a new receipt, I can." And I said, "You only need to fill out a new receipt if you want to change your tip from $100 down to $20. And I'm guessing he didn't have the money in his account because he did it. He filled out the new receipt. His girlfriend was visibly shocked and the man was staring daggers through me. You could feel the rage emanating off him. It was vicariously quite satisfying in place of the other toxic men I never did get that confrontation with, and all the bad tippers. Ironically, the exact kind he made a righteous speech decrying just a few minutes beforehand. And then off they drove. I'm sure never to patronize our restaurant again, but hopefully never to go out together again either, which would make it totally worth it. What an actual butthole, seriously? Wow. Wait, that was his girlfriend. Ah, that was his girlfriend. I thought that was just his date. Wait, was it? I don't know. I don't think... No idea. If that's his girlfriend, then does that mean he does this every single time to just impress her every single time they go out on a date? That's quite concerning. That's so fake, man. Like, you think the person that you're with is such a great person and takes care of others and is nice to waitresses and waiters, and then you figure out it was all just a show. They're not actually one of the nice customers. They're a Karen or a Ken, like you guys told me. A Ken. That was definitely satisfying though, honestly. That's so embarrassing for him. Like, I feel secondhand embarrassment for him, you know. You have to be like, "Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't want to correct it to $20. When did I say, okay, I'll sign it? $20. I'm glad the waitress stuck up for herself too, you know. Some people just think they can just take advantage of every single worker just because they're their customer. They think they're so high and mighty. Ew. You could totally tell he was a jerk when he was like, "I was just playing it up for my date." You know how it goes. Huh? Not every person is like you, okay? Not everyone does this. He said, "You understand?" Not every guy is like him, honestly. He's like trying to drag every single guy along with him as if every single guy does this. Okay, mate. You can be a jerk yourself, okay? Don't drag other people in with you. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!